amakhulu imikhombe ebuleweyo kwaye kulo nyaka sele kubulewe ngaphaya kwamakhulu asixhenxe imikhombe ukushuka uqala umbakhe ongumngeni apha estudio namhlanje sinendwendwe kaloku bethelana uJadin Jordaan itshantliziyo elisakhulayo bethelana nelinesicocco ke se-Rhino SA Youth Champion njalo kaloku khona naxa ndikebukeli emncinci njalo seyechonga kwi-top 200 future leaders of South Africa ku-2014 asimamkele. Jay, welcome to Kids News.
Thank you.
You look so cute. How old are you?
I'm 11 years old.
11, so young. You are passionate about animals, specifically rhinos in this case. Tell us more about that love.
The rhinos are being killed at the moment for their horns, and in Asia, people think that the rhino horn is medicine, and it tells people if they have rhino horn that they're very wealthy. And I want to tell people about this, and that's my aim, is actually to go to those countries where it's happening and tell them, even if I have to learn their languages or things like that, I'll do it just for these animals.
You know, rhinos, like anything or anyone else, they have a purpose for being there. They're pretty, they're beautiful, they're cute. Unfortunately, they're in danger. What is this danger for? Just a you at home, tell us, why are they in danger? What happens to them?
Well, the kingpins in Asia get hold of people in the streets and things, and you know, everybody wants money, and they'll do anything for the money. And they tell them that they want rhino horn, not knowing that this is a animal or a creature. And those people go to the game parks and shoot the rhino for their horns and cut it off, and they take it to the kingpins in Asia, Vietnam, all those countries, and they give it to them for money.
How serious is this problem, you know, especially in South Africa? Should we really be worried? What's going on?
We should really be worried, as we have the big five, and if we lose our rhino, then there'll be a big four, and the elephants are also being killed, so then we'll have our big three, and then we won't get a lot of tourists coming over from overseas and things that's never seen these animals, and we won't get money in South Africa for what we normally get.
And we lose our rhinos.
Yes.
So good. Okay, now look at you. You're so like. Okay, now Jay, you are a rhino champion, you know, as well as an ambassador. Tell us more about that. What exactly do you do?
I walk and talk, which means that I go over to wherever I can find, wherever, whenever, and I tell them about this crisis and what's happening to the rhinos. And this badge symbolizes that I'm a walking, talking rhino, and it's only 20 rand, and that money goes to the rhinos, and to help save them, to get them to have security around them, and yes, and I really want people, especially youngsters, to buy this badge, so I can see that they're also walking, talking rhinos, and that they also want to take place in this crisis.
Speaking of the walking and talking rhino, which is very cute, tell me about, recently you guys wrote a letter to the president. Tell us more about that.
Well, we went over to schools. We asked everybody to write letters to President Zuma to ask him to please help us save the rhino and all endangered species in South Africa, as we want the government to do more. Because if we have the government on our side, it will be perfect, and we would love that. And that's why we wrote all the letters. And for the younger children that can't write yet, we said that they can draw pictures, so everybody can, even adults can get involved.
I love how you keep mentioning children being involved. So how can they be involved, you know, practically in initiatives like this, especially the case of the rhino right now? How can they be involved, and how can they help?
By talking to people, even if it's their family, and to spread the word around South Africa and all the continents and the countries in the world, and that's what I want. That's what will help us to get money in, to help them to and for them to tell people about this crisis.
Let's go back a bit to the letters to the president. That's quite interesting. What did he say, or who responded, and what was their response? Tell us more about that.
The Minister of Environmental Affairs, he said that President Zuma unfortunately couldn't be there as he had something on, and he said he will promise that he will give the letters to President Zuma, and we spoke to the people, the ministers that were there, and everything about the crisis, and told them why we were writing these letters and that they must spread the word and things like that. And we said we hope that President Zuma gets to read these letters, as we really want his help, as it will help us.
I hope he does read them as well. So you're still waiting for that response?
Yeah.
You'll get back to us, hopefully. Tell us about the documentary you were recently involved in. What happened about rhinos, I suppose? So tell us more about it.
We went to Ascori Lodge to go on a game drive and things around there. And when we were on the game drive, we saw something in the bush lying dead. And we looked to see what it is, and I said it looked like a rhino. And everybody was arguing with me and said, no, never, we don't want to see that. So then we stopped and we looked at it, and we were all sad, we were all emotional, we were all crying. And I offered if we could pray for it, the rhino, and because as it was pregnant and it would have had a baby soon. And
the horn was already gone.
The horn was already gone. You couldn't see anything on its face. As the more rhino horn it gets, the poacher gets, the more money it gets. And that's why they cut the whole face off.
So it was dead already?
Dead.
You know, in you, Jay, I see a very confident public speaker. And I am sure that you've written something, even about rhinos or something. Give us something short that we can listen to now as the viewers.
Okay. Well, firstly, that's my motto, and Rhino SA's motto is, it's our duty as Africans to be the voice of all living things. That was written by a really nice lady called Tiana. And I thanked her for writing that, as it's really true. And if we don't do anything now, in 5 years there will never be one rhino in the wild. And there will be rhinos in the zoos and things, but never in the wild.
Not in the real world.
No.
So the child, who's sitting at home now and watching and thinking, I want to be like you, I want to be like him, I want to be involved in animals, even at large, or specifically even rhinos. How can they get information and get involved in the future even?
They can go onto the websites about rhinos, they can Twitter, Facebook, they can go onto Rhino SA, and they can go spread the word, they can go tell everybody about it, and that's what I want. That's what I want everybody to do in South Africa.
So something's coming up soon on the 4th of October. You want to tell us about that?
I do too. It's the Global World March that's being taken part in plenty of cities around the world, and it's for rhinos, lions and elephants. And I want everybody out there, children, adults, to please come together on that day, communities, schools, to please just come and walk with us and talk and spread the word, as we really want to see you there.
What do you want to do with your life?
I want to become a wildlife vet one day if I don't go into sports or something like that, because I'm really passionate about the rhino, about all living animals and creatures and plants, and I want to help them. Like I'm trying to help the rhino now, not going to extinction, because I want my children to see this beautiful creature, and with the elephants and lions and everything like that.
You can go on forever, I can see. Thank you so much, Jay.